Nerf Pro Torrent review. Let's do this. What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are reviewing the Nerf Pro Torrent. This is the first spring blaster in the Pro line from Nerf, and it looks like a pretty small little powerhouse. So pretty excited to check this one out. I think this could be awesome for HVZ if we can bring that FPS down just a little bit. Just a really small package, shooting half-length darts. Let's check this baby out. All right, you guys, let's go over the box real quick. Like I said, 150 FPS. These are shooting the new Nerf Pro Darts. Pretty cool darts, as they were proven to be pretty darn good, actually, in my review of the Cinder. If you haven't seen that, definitely check that out. But this one only comes with 15 of them, so a little less, but this is only $30 compared to the 50 of the Cinder. Also comes with iPro, which is awesome. 14 and up, back of the box, gives you all the information you need to know, shows you the Cinder there, shows you the 75 dart refill pack that's supposed to be available at some point, mag refills and with darts, pretty cool there. These mags look pretty awesome. Let's crack this baby open. Here she is, baby, the Torrent. And yes, this is a fairly small little Springer. Pretty compact package, just like the Cinder. So pretty interesting that Nerf has come out with two blasters that are pro level, that have a very sci-fi look, and also are a very, very compact. So that's pretty sweet. The one thing about the Torrent, though, is that I've noticed right off the bat is there is no scar barrel. And usually with a spring powered blaster, especially shooting 150 plus FPS, it's really nice to have some sort of B-car or some sort of rifling on the front there. And I don't see that, and I don't really see a way to make that happen. So accuracy will probably, once again with this blaster, not be amazing, but we will find out. Once again, we do have that rival style rail on top. We have an opening here, which I believe if we prime back, it will allow us to access that jam door right there. And then that can be pulled back, and then you can get into your magazine. Pretty interesting design there. I'm not sure how I close it now. Maybe if I pull this forward, it shuts. It seems to be. So this does have a trigger lock underneath here, and you will need to unlock that before being able to fire your blaster for the first time, because it will come locked. Again, we have the eyewear required. Always good reminder. Definitely want to wear your iPro when playing with any level of Nerf blaster, in my opinion. Stock is removable again, which is awesome. I love that they've put a little cap on there, not just left it like this, but it is also awesome that you can use an in-strike attachment stock, which is great. We have tons of options there, so if you want this to be a little longer and not so compact, you have that option. But it is really cool that it is so tight in there. I feel like these are really designed for CQB, and at 150 FPS, I think that's a good power level, especially off the shelf for that. These little side buttons here are our mag release. So you push those in, you don't have to push them both in, just one side or the other. So they have them on both sides, which is great. But you push that in probably with your thumb, which is a little weird. We're gonna have to get used to that. That will allow us to access or remove our magazine. It does seem like the magwell is splitting, pushing apart a little bit to me. I'm still trying to figure that out. So I'm not sure the quality is amazing. It's just a really tight magwell, just like the Cinder. There is no flare to it. So it just seems like something weird is happening. I'm not sure. I don't feel anything. I mean, I don't feel a gap or anything. It's not pinching me, so that's good, I guess. Once again, we have this little hole here in the magazine, which is pretty sweet. Let me show you guys that. That's a pretty nice design. You can put something there, like a string or some paracord or something, and that will allow you to pull your magazine out easier, out of your blaster maybe even, but definitely out of a mag holder. So that's pretty cool design in my opinion. Looks nice. Grip, I wouldn't say is super comfortable. It's a little bit big in through here to me. It's a little weird, but it's not terrible. I would give it about a 6 or a 7 in comfort. Nice and big, so it's definitely a big grip. Obviously it's going to be with a Talon mag going inside of it, but I feel like they made it about as small as possible. It's just a little girthy right here for me. Also, you can tell that my hand is coming down below it a little bit there, so it maybe is a little short, but I honestly think it's fine. Not too big of a deal there, but it will make it hard for you to make a comfortable flare add-on to this and keep it nice and comfortable for your grip, in my opinion. There is no rubber on this either, which would have been a nice touch because my hands get sweaty, and that rubber is usually a pretty nice, gives it a nice feel that other people do. But you know, this is a $30 blaster, so you got to keep that in mind. Also, there is a small button underneath the stock here, and this is how you would deprime your blaster if it comes jammed up. I believe they tell you in the directions to remove your magazine first, then you'll be able to use that button to hopefully prime your blaster back to be able to remove the jam there. Hopefully we don't have that issue in this video, but if we do, I'll show it to you. But yeah, that is something that's common on Nerf Springers, which is nice that they give you that ability to deprime the blaster. All in all, I think this is a pretty cool looking blaster, nice small package, but let's go ahead and take it and put it over the chronograph, see what kind of performance it's getting. See if it's getting that 150 FPS they're claiming. All right, we're gonna go ahead and put 15 of the Nerf Pro half-length darts over the chronograph, and then we will put some Worker Gen 3s with a Talon mag over the chronograph. This thing should be Talon compatible as the Cinder was, but we will find out. And we'll see how the Worker darts compare to the Nerf darts. So let's put it to the test. 142, 152, 137, 144, 157, 148, 142, 138, 151, 155, 122, 148, 140, 155, 155, and we're out. All right, so yeah, 150's pretty good, close to that, somewhere a little lower. I'm not sure if that has to do with the fact that the clouds have covered it up and we're not getting quite as good a readings, because sometimes if you don't have great sun. But honestly, this did seem like it was shooting just a touch softer than the Cinder to me, but definitely getting those 150 FPS claims. One thing I do notice with both blasters, honestly, is this goes in much smoother than this does. And I don't know if it has to do with this lip right here that they've added. This, I'm assuming, holds the magazine in better, but this does seem to go in smoother for some reason than their mags. Okay, Worker darts. 147, 147, 140, 145, 148, 147, 148, 150. Uh-oh, I think we jammed. I feel a jam. Let me see, I'm pretty sure I jammed it. Oh, no, shot, 133. Felt a little weird. 145, 146, 147, 147, 146, 150, and we're out. That was actually more consistent with the Worker darts than it was with their own darts. The one that was the least was the one that felt like it partially didn't feed real well, but it still fired, so that's good. Let's go ahead and put this thing over the range and really see how well this thing feeds. We'll just see how it does. Okay, so we'll go ahead and put both darts over the range, see what kind of range we're getting, and I'll try to tell you kind of what kind of accuracy. This does seem a lot more accurate, obviously, than the flywheel blaster, which makes sense. Better be more accurate than the flywheel. Probably the most accurate Nerf blaster I've ever tested, to be honest, but that's not saying a whole lot. Nevertheless, let's go ahead and see what kind of ranges we're getting, what kind of performance we're doing. Start out with Nerf darts. Yeah, pretty good. That's definitely more accurate than the flywheel blaster. Those are almost getting to the road. Still, yeah, that's pretty good. I wouldn't say it's as accurate as a Springer that would have a scar barrel, but it's actually not bad. Definitely good performance though. We'll go ahead and try some flat shots. Not bad. All right, workers, see how they do. Angled. Whoa. Huh. That one was not very accurate. I don't know if that was just the dart. We will see. That went crazy. Not sure what happened there. That's a little bit better. That's definitely better. There we go. That might have just been a bad dart off the first. These seem to be going further though. These are almost going to the road. Do one more angled. Definitely good performance there. Almost to the road. That's 160 feet for sure. Uh-oh. Another one that felt jammed. So I'm wondering if the worker darts don't feed quite as nicely as their darts, because that is another one that felt jammed. So we're going to do a level shot and see if this clears. Yeah, they are, the worker darts seem to have some feeding issues from time to time, so just note that. But when they do feed well, they seem to fire better, whatever that means. They do seem a little less accurate also out of this for some reason. But they do shoot further on average. One more, maybe? There we go. All right, we'll go see how we did. All right, you guys, so level shots were all in this range. I would say the worker darts went a little bit further on average, but not by a ton. These are mainly the workers, but then you see the Nerf darts maybe just a few feet behind. There's some more up there. So those were the long, flat ones. So there's a couple Nerf darts that went further. Oh, and there's a worker dart. Oh, that's, I think, the first one that went crazy. That was angled one. So don't disregard that one. But we'll see kind of flat how this does. 33 yards, so that's right at 100 feet. Just, we guess 99 technically, but right around 100. So that's pretty good, flat. And we'll go check out those angle shots that went way up here. Most of them went close to the road, definitely the red ones, the workers. So we have a Nerf dart here, some more up in here with some goose doo-doo, which is always the thing. Oh, and that looks like dog doo-doo, no one picked up. That's lovely. Thanks, guys. We're all right in here. I think even one went all the way out there onto the road. So let's just see how far it is here from the road, and we'll get an approximate yardage. 52 yards, I think it's pretty close to 52, 53 yards right to here. Yeah, 52. So that's pretty darn good. That's, you know, close to 160 feet. All right, so we're gonna try a little accuracy test. I put my rival target up there, and we'll see how many times I can hit it. We're at about 25 feet here on the deck to that side, maybe just a tad under. We're gonna try actually bamboo workers this time, and then we're also gonna obviously try the Nerf Pro Darts. But I switched up the mags just to see if that makes any difference at all. I doubt it. We'll start with the Talon mag and the Nerf Darts. Hit. Oh, just missed. That was way high. That was a crazy one. Just the right. Hit. Low. Hit. 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 Hit, barely. Hit. low, high, low, and we're out. All right, bamboos. Low, high, high, just high, just a little high. There we go, hit. Just a little high, just a little high, hit. Just a little high, hit. Just a little high, hit. Hit, in, it went into the hole, or into the gap. Hit, and we're out. I will say those bamboos actually seem to be firing much quicker out of this thing. So that may be a perfect dart for this situation, which is honestly my go-to dart for most 150 and under springers. Bamboos seem to just be more consistent than non-bamboo style darts. And this is, I think, a pretty good dart, the Worker bamboo. But their darts seem to do pretty well too. They do seem to be a little bit more accurate than the original Workers. So, you know, I don't think they've done too bad with their darts, and excited to put those more to the test in the future. Let's go back to the couch, and I'm going to give you my final thoughts on the blaster, because there's a lot to like about this thing, but there's also maybe some things to worry about. So we'll talk about it. All right, you guys. So I think this is a pretty awesome entry-level blaster for Nerf, and an entry-level blaster for people trying to get into the pro half-length world. I wouldn't say it's amazing. It is only $30, so we have to keep that in mind. Obviously, I have tons of pro-level springers that are way more expensive, and you can't really compare it to that. I don't think that's very fair. I will say that everything inside of this is plastic. There is no metal internals, from what I can tell. The barrel is plastic, and it has a little gap between this faux muzzle area and the actual barrel. And I'm wondering if that could cause maybe some issues. Didn't seem to have, I mean, obviously it was shooting fairly accurately, so it didn't seem to cause too much problem, but interesting there. Also, I did put the bamboo darts over the Chronograph, and I got a range between 150 and 160 FPS. So these definitely seem to be a pretty darn good option if you don't go with the genuine Nerf Pro darts. These are pretty good, very accurate, seem to feed well from what I have been able to test so far. So I really do like bamboo darts, especially out of lower power springers. They always seem to work well for me. So definitely look into those. I'll try to put a link in the description box below. Also love that this is still Worker Talon compatible. Allowing it to use those kind of mags really helps out people, because they've already invested in that. They have, obviously, this only comes with one mag, so having multiple mags with blasters that are mag fed is kind of important. But hopefully we get good prices on the Nerf mags also, so we'll have a second option, and then we can kind of take it from there and see what people like. I do think these are pretty cool looking, so definitely something to look forward to. I really love the sci-fi look of these blasters. I think they're definitely geared towards people just getting into the pro realm, so I think that's something to kind of keep in mind. I think that's something that I love, and I think that's a great thing, and that's why I'm so excited about these blasters, is because who knows where Nerf will take it from here. If these do well, they could come out with some really cool stuff and do shells that are not quite so tactical, which is kind of what everyone else kind of goes for the most part. And I think internally this blaster works pretty darn well. Had a few issues feeding with the Worker darts, but they still fired the dart, so I was impressed with that I never had an actual jam. Felt like it one or two times, but it did fire, so I definitely give it props for that. That's always important. Reliability is very important. Obviously, being able to put a stock on the back of this, like this guy, that's pretty cool. Although this is probably not a good option because it is a little long, pretty long there. But there's plenty of shorter Nerf stocks to choose from, for sure. I just don't have any on hand. But I do like the look of it with this one. It's just a really cool look. So the other thing though is if you're using a short stock like this, you kind of have to be careful because this slide comes back, and if you're trying to like sight down the rail, or if you have an optic on here, you probably are going to hit your cheek, hopefully not pinch it. I didn't pinch my cheek, but it definitely hits that area, and it just doesn't work real well to try to sight down here. So it's you know, most people don't really use sights when using Nerf blasters, but with these pro level blasters, you definitely can. I usually do, and so that was kind of weird. Probably the reason why I wasn't quite as accurate shooting the target as I usually am, but nevertheless, if you extend the stock, that'll make it a bit better, but it does have this hump right here. So an optic up here probably would be helpful if you want to try to maximize your accuracy. But yeah, the fact that this isn't Picatinny is a bit of a shame, but I do expect people to redesign this front portion here, making this Picatinny and adding some sort of scar to the front of it. I think that is pretty, makes a lot of sense, and I'm sure quite a few people will do that, put some sort of scar or probably even B-car more than likely in there, and you know, that may help accuracy somewhat. This FPS, it's not a huge deal, I don't think, but I think it would help some. All in all though, I think this is a pretty good offering and I like it, especially for $30. I think it could be useful for, if you can bring down the FPS a little bit, I think it'd be a great option for a Springer HVZ blaster. And it's small, compact, so it's easy to travel with, things to keep in mind, and it shoots hard. Probably too hard right now, but I think with a spring replacement or, you know, maybe some sort of added spacer, I'm not sure, I haven't opened this up yet, but we could bring down the FPS to maybe that 130 or below. Definitely check out the description box below if you want to pick one of these up. There will be a link down there, hopefully an affiliate link when they become available on Amazon. I'll also put links to the darts and all that when available. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please smash that like button, subscribe if you're not subscribed, ring the bell for notifications, and as always, peace out.